Vernon Hutchinson. Ladies and gentlemen. Loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and direct your attention to the stage. Please welcome Adriana Finger, who will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Wow. So thank you, Adriana Finger. Extraordinary. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? I'm Anthony Crowell, the Dean and President here at New York Law School, and it gives me great pleasure to call to order our 125th commencement exercises. As we always say at New York Law School, we are family. And while today's celebration is for our graduates, it's also for all of those who stood by them on this journey. Graduates, please give your loved ones a very well-deserved round of applause. I'd also like to welcome several of our alumni who graduated from the law school 50 or more years ago. So, from the class of 1967, we have with us Stuart Marcus, Harlan Schnacker, Raymond Schwartzberg, and Judge Richard Smolian. From the class of 1964, we have Judge Richard Price. From the class of 1959, we have our beloved board chair, Arthur Abbey. As well as Nicholas Arena and Jay Watnick. And from the class, And from the class of 1958, we have Joseph Friedman. This is an auspicious graduation day. 125 years ago, our law school graduated its first class. And when those graduates left our doors, they began to create and shape New York's history and the place as we know it today. And what held true for them is even truer now for you. At New York Law School, we've always stressed the values that have made America great: opportunity, inclusion, independence, integrity, diversity of background, thought, and experience, and a relentless pursuit of the truth. These values guided those first graduating classes as they entered into their legal careers during extraordinarily turbulent times. There were waves of immigrants to our shores seeking refuge and new opportunity. There was widespread economic challenge facing the nation, and the city was reeling from corruption. But since the beginning, our graduates have always been called on to be part of the solution, and selfless and confident in their abilities as lawyers and leaders in every sector. Today, not only do you carry with you this history and these values, but you represent the extraordinary diversity of our city. You come from every background, every religion, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation. 60% of you are women. Our profession is one whose doors have never been open wider and whose options have never been more diverse. And while the alternatives available to you as lawyers are vast, no matter your chosen path, there will never be an alternative to the facts you must gather and the truth you must seek. when you choose to do that and you look to uphold the rule of law and ensure justice. This is fundamental to our profession, and both of our speakers today have exemplified that in their groundbreaking work as lawyers and leaders. And I expect exactly the same from all of you, and I have no doubt that you will deliver. Let me tell you, no dean could be as proud as I am today of you to graduate such a wonderful group of committed and determined students. I've had the privilege to get to know you quite well, to share in your triumphs and occasional defeats, and to see you learn from and with each other. You've developed informed perspectives, and you understand that we share a common purpose: to use the law to forge the democratic values of equality and opportunity. I watched you talk with each other respectfully about difficult issues in a quest to find common ground, even if sometimes it seemed elusive. I've been awestruck by your grit and your tenacity, the same that has defined the very essence of the graduates of this institution for the past 125 years. You know what hard work is, and you know that you're not just entitled to something because you say so. You know what it means to be low maintenance and high output. You know the ingredients of how to be indispensable, no matter what the situation you find yourselves in. And you know you have to hustle and add value at every turn to make it in this great city. As Professor David Chang so aptly put it earlier this year, we are a community of strivers. All of us who are part of the faculty and administration who've spent countless hours working with you know that you're ready for the immense challenges that lie ahead, and that you're ready to break down barriers, to build bridges, and to build communities, because that's what lawyers do. We want you to remember your New York Law School values, to always act in the service of others, to advocate for those who can't advocate for themselves, and to be guardians of inclusivity, making sure no one is shut out and everyone is heard. I'm incredibly proud of you. Congratulations to all of you, the class of 2017.